Today we're going to be talking about the assembly line. It's not the exact same assembly line as when they first started making cars or a manufacturing process, but it's something that's pretty similar and we can bring it into our small business. We're going to walk through a couple scenarios and how best you can implement this same strategy and process inside of your company. The business that we're going to use for this assembly line is a cold email agency. They're responsible for generating appointments and leads for their different clients. There's a couple different pieces, and so we'll break it down and kind of go through each of the steps for fulfillment. First, we have the business owner, right? This could be you. Imagine this is your own kind of cold email agency. Maybe you're doing the sales side of things. You're actually getting the first clients. This is going to be you handling this until you hire a sales rep or outsource that completely. But in the beginning, it's going to be you. This whole line here is the production line. This is that actual assembly line. First, you might have a tech setup VA, so they're actually setting up the different inboxes, the infrastructure, the tools that are actually going to be needed to send a lot of emails and generate client results. This is some copy-paste stuff. This is following standard operating procedures. It's not overly complex, but for you to be doing it all yourself, it's a little bit of a waste of time. You can utilize your time in a better facet. So we have a tech setup VA. Maybe we have a copywriter, a script writer. They're doing the actual maybe list building. They're doing the actual script writing and figuring out how best to convert those appointments with words, right? In cold email, you're going to be sending a lot of different cold emails. You have to have the right scripts. You have to have the right copy in order for your business to actually be effective. These usually aren't the same type of person. This is a little bit too copy-paste and basic for a copywriter and someone who's very creative to spend their time doing. Sometimes people combo it. I find that's not really the best scenario. So we have these different little sections here. This is basically this person does a little piece, this person does a little piece, so on and so on. After you have the copy approved, there's an inbox manager. Let's say you launch these actual campaigns. They're going outbound. They're generating leads, getting your clients results. People are going to be responding. And so you need an inbox manager to actually manage all of the responses and respond to them. Some cold email agencies have cold callers who also call the leads and the positive responses that the inbox manager handles. Other times you can kind of combo these roles. In the assembly line, there's several different times that you need to actually check in. So maybe this tech setup VA is doing a little bit of work. You need to verify that this person's actually done it correctly. You check it off, it's okay. It then moves on to the copywriter, the script writer. You double check that, you as that business owner. Moves on to the inbox manager. Maybe you're double checking some of the campaigns, seeing what they're doing, managing them, making sure that they're responding in an appropriate fashion in the client's tone to maximize those conversions. With cold callers, maybe you're listening to the call recordings and figuring out, okay, how can we better optimize the script and improve and get results? So at each step, you're actually kind of managing this individual. And as your business grows, you're going to duplicate these scenarios, right? Or duplicate these little sections of the business. So imagine you have a bunch more clients. You have suddenly 10 clients that come along. What's going to happen is this part of the business, this inbox manager and the cold caller side, they're going to be pretty overwhelmed, right? This tech setup VA, this person's most likely part-time in the beginning. It's very hard to fill 8 hours a day of doing technical setup for mailboxes and those types of things. Maybe you have to do that in the beginning because you don't really know how to do it. But once you have standard operating procedures, once you actually have a method to the madness of DNS and inbox setup, that can be done on a super part-time basis. So when you look at your assembly line, you need to think about, okay, what part is most likely to get clogged up? What's going to take the most amount of time? This front half is pretty open. It's going to be really hard to clog up the tech setup VA. The next section, the copywriter, the scriptwriter type of role, it's going to be harder to clog up this role. It's difficult to actually fill someone's full day, 8-9 hours of just doing copywriting and script writing. If you're the right size of agency, you can definitely do it and have a full-time copywriter, scriptwriter, but it's a little bit difficult unless you're signing clients every single day. If you are, you're already a successful agency, you're already getting those results, then yes, a copywriter, scriptwriter is going to be a full-time position, but usually these two are more part-time or almost freelance. The part that's where you're going to actually struggle and have the operational load be at max capacity is this inbox management and the cold caller. This person can only cold call so much throughout the day. This inbox manager is only going to be able to respond to so many emails. They can't manage 20 different clients at once. they need to only manage 5 to 10. This is where you're going to be able to kind of better feel out, okay, where should I make my next hire? A tech setup VA, you'll be able to run with them since they're part-time. The copywriter, this will kind of fill up second. The inbox manager, cold caller, that's probably going to fill up first, especially if they're kind of the same role, right? And so if this is the same person, their capacity is going to be a lot lower. Usually what happens is I see with like agency owners, specifically this cold email side of things, is they're making a second hire on the inbox manager side, or since the business owner is here, what they're also doing, the business owner, they're doing like customer support, responding to clients, like that type of stuff. And so they don't want to have to be like checking in at each step, like I mentioned. So maybe they hire a CSM, a customer service or customer success manager. Maybe they hire a project manager who's checking in with each one of these individuals and basically doing that job that that business owner used to do. So this is how you'd actually like scale this production line. You need to be constantly thinking about, okay, what's that next hire? Where is this operationally going to get clogged? How can I better remove this? How can I make this quality better and the speed better as well? The way we improve this process and make the quality better and the speed better is by automation, right? So maybe at this section, the inbox manager gets a positive response. They flag it as a positive response. It sends this over directly to the cold caller saying, hey, we have a new positive response. Find the phone number. Maybe it's in the bottom of the email. Maybe you need to find it in Apollo, on LinkedIn, a different scraper, and then make this call, right? I've seen the inside of several different cold email agencies. A lot of my clients are cold email agencies. They're quite successful with it. There's various different ways that you can set up the automations, but having automations between the steps and moving it along is a great way to actually speed up everything while still maintaining that quality. I want to talk about speed and quality again, just real quick. So the point of setting it up like this is to get the maximum amount of speed and the maximum amount of quality. It chunks your business into little steps and little processes where you can figure out, okay, how should I, turn this knob up and speed it here? How can I unclog this, make it a little bit better? How can I maintain quality here at scale? You don't want a business owner signing on just because you're super, super quick and you promise them the world and then you're not able to actually deliver in that time frame, right? People would much rather have a high quality product than have it delivered tomorrow. Let's say you order something from Amazon or like AliExpress, right? If it comes tomorrow and it's really bad, it's broken, it's not even what you paid for, you're going to be pretty frustrated. You're not going to like that. But if you have to wait a little bit longer, maybe it takes, a week to get something, but when it comes, it's beautiful, it's awesome, it works exactly how you want it, it works better than expected, you're going to be more pleased with that project or with that product. And so you need to find a balance between speed and quality. It's better to be on the kind of the quality side than just only the speed side. I know being quick with everything is very, very popular. I like being quick with things, but if you have a problem inside of your production line, your assembly line, it's better to go fix the quality first before you just try to ramp up everything and scale to the moon here. By setting everything up in this kind of production or this assembly line, you're going to have a better understanding of quality and how to actually scale your business. Instead of you checking in at each one of these steps, your next hire could be a project manager who's handling all of this. Maybe they're handling some client communication, and now you focus on removing yourself from the sales process instead of just the production. So when you're first making your few hires, maybe these people are part-time, they're coming on to automate some of the boring or repetitive parts of your business, and you're gradually getting a little bit more complex as you build out your business, and you're just repeating these little departments or repeating these little pods of workers. As your business scales, you'll figure out what those numbers are, what the balance is for how many copywriter and script writers you need to serve X amount of clients, how many inbox managers you need or cold callers, if you should combo that role, because sometimes people combo those roles. It's really going to be very, very dependent on how you want to build your business and what the lead flow looks like. If you have questions about hiring talent that can help you out with these different roles, let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about how we could possibly help you here at Zeboda with hiring from Central, Eastern Europe, and Latin America, book a call by clicking the link in the description, and we'd be happy to chat. Thanks.